Chapter 6. Helpful to others. Fetching the water. Once in a far-away village lived a young boy who used to live with his step-family. There was a scarcity of water in the village, so people had to go to the stream of water at end of village to fetch water. Young boy used to wake up early in the morning to get water from the stream for himself and his family. Sadly for him, it was a difficult task as the way was long and he alone had to walk there in morning and evening. While he was given such difficult task, his siblings were given lenient task or none. Yet, young boy had no hard feelings for his step-family members. Once, boy was coming back home from stream with pot of water. On his way back, he saw an old man resting under a tree. Seeing boy holding water pots, the old man begged him for water to quench his thirst. Boy gave him water from the pot. Later on his way, he met a lady who asked for water. Boy gave water to her also and walked to home. Boy's water pot got half empty. Because of it, his stepmother got angry with him for bringing only half-filled pot of water. That would not be enough for family. This would now happen almost every day, that people on the way would ask him for water, and he gave them despite knowing that his stepmother would get angry with him and even torture him for bringing half-filled pot of water. One day, he was not able to bear anger and torture from his stepmother and swear that he will not give water to anyone on the way back to home. That day, again while he was coming back from a stream, he saw a man who seemed injured, and that man asked boy to give him some water. Boy remembered that he vowed not to give water to anyone on the way. He thought and hesitated, but at last he could not leave that man thirsty there. So he gave him some water from the pot and helped him. When he got home, his stepmother saw half-filled pot and this time pounced on him with more cruelty and started beating him. Next day, someone knocked on the door. Boy opened the door and saw a man standing there with a big bag. He was the same man who he helped the previous day and gave water. He was the king of some country who came to village to visit them. He was thankful to the boy who helped him when he needed. He came to his house to give him reward for saving his life. He offered him jewelry and gold coins, after which the boy and his family became rich. And the boy was known everywhere for his helpful nature. Seeing this, the boy's mother felt proud of him for his good deeds and also taught her other children to be helpful. Why should we be helpful? It is well known to everybody that all people in this world are not made equal by nature. There are economically, physically, and mentally retarded people. There are patients too. Besides these, there are so many people who are going through a bad phase in their lives. On the other hand, there are many people who are rich. They are spending their lives in comforts because they are going through a good phase of their lives. Now, we can categorize people in two groups in a broader way. That means abled and unabled. The abled should take care of the disabled or differently abled. God also helped those people who help the needy and the poor. Efforts to be helpful to others. There are so many ways through which we can help the needy, the poor, and the people who are in difficulties. We can provide our physical as well as mental support to the people who are physically challenged, old, or patient. There are many people who have everything that they require to lead a better life, but are suffering from a sudden grief. We should also help them. There are so many people who are poor too. They cannot fulfill even their basic requirements. They need monetary help. We should provide them with such help according to our capacity. We cannot change their fate. We cannot uplift their status at once, but we can at least help them as much we can. We can also help them in some other ways. We can make arrangement for their children's education. We can teach their children or make arrangement to send them school. We should also provide them with our old books and stationeries. There are many poor people who cannot even get medical facilities as they are unaware of the procedures to procure one. If you find anyone around you suffering from serious ailment, you should assist or support to lift them and aid with medical facilities. You can raise funds or can donate some money for their medical bills.